Hi and welcome to another Forestella reaction. You've given me a lot of comments on my first reaction to them, which was The Sound of Silence and Magic Castle. So thank you for everyone who did comment on that video and let me know some of the background about the group, about the name, about each individual members, the competition, the show that they formed on, everything that you've put down in the comments. I do appreciate them, and you all seem a very friendly community, so haven't got any negativity yet, so that's great. I have a request by Hello. Thank you for your reaction. Forestella is a crossover group. Two classical singers, one musical actor, and rock vocals have teamed up. They play a variety of music from classical to rock, ballad, jazz, Disney music, and tango. Each voice has a role, but harmony is fantastic. I recommend Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody by Forestella. Of course, I'm familiar with the song Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen. Very famous classic song, perhaps their most famous song. That's a song that has a lot of harmonies in there, so I suspect it's going to be a really great cover, and it's going to suit Forestella really well, because Forestella have really great harmonies, so I'm sure it's going to be perfect.
Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. Open your eyes, look up to the skies and see.
I really like that the guy who sings really deep. Is that called the bass? The bass singer, maybe. I'm not sure which one it is, but really like how they blend together.
I'm just a poor boy, I need no sympathy, because I'm easy come, easy go, little high, little low. Anyway the wind blows doesn't really matter to me, to me. Mama just killed a man, put a gun against his head, pulled my trigger, now he's dead. Mama, life had just begun, but now I've gone and thrown it all away. Mama, didn't mean to make you cry. If I'm not back again this time.
It looks like he's about to cry himself. I think he was crying.
Nothing really matters.
I think they're all crying.
Too late, my time is gone. Sun shivers down my spine, body's aching all the time. Goodbye, everybody, I got to go. Gotta leave you all behind and face the truth.
I like the grit he added on. The grit to his voice.
I don't wanna die. Sometimes wish I never been born at all.
Okay, okay, something I've noticed about this performance is, of course, I didn't expect them to sing like Freddie, but obviously they have very different voices, much softer, higher voices it seems. Whereas Freddie's had a lot more sort of grit to it. It felt more raw. But I liked how, I'm not sure who the singer was, but he emulated that a little bit. You know, when he said face the truth, he added a little bit more of that raw sort of tone to it. So I like that. I like the setting, the scenery, what's going on behind them as well. The audience with their round lamps. It's a really nice atmosphere. And they are quite. It looks like quite an emotional performance. You can see they're all really passionate. It's on their faces. They don't have like a blank face like I do, but they are very into their performances, and again flawless vocals.
I see a little silhouette of a man. Scaramouche, real to the fandango. Sundown till lightning, very, very frightening me. Galileo, Figaro. I'm just a poor boy, nobody loves me. He's just a poor boy from a poor family, sparing his life from this monstrosity. Easy come, easy go, will you let me go? No, we will not let you go. 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 Let me go. No. Mamma mia, mamma mia. Mamma mia, let me go. Yes, that's a very for the side for me.
I knew they would really have no trouble with those high notes, because I remember that singer from the last reaction, My Favorite Things. He went so high, and I knew this would be perfect for his voice. But this is a fun performance. It's a fun song as well.
Nothing really matters. Anyone can see. Nothing really matters. Nothing really matters to me.
So that was another really great cover by Forestella. Do they only do covers, or have they performed their own songs before? Because I'd be interested to hear those, but they might not have. And covers probably are the best way to introduce someone to, well, arguably is a good way to introduce you to a new band or a new group or singer, especially if they're foreign, because obviously if you can't understand the language, then you'd be able to appreciate a lot more if they're singing a cover that you do understand. But I like how they let loose a bit, because at the end and at the beginning they were sort of like, you know, they looked like and sounded like classic singers, classically trained singers, and which they are. I think two of them are, the other two are not. I think one of them worked in a chemist, I was told. But I liked how they, you know, as the music hit in and thumped up and the audience were cheering, because they could have made it like it was at the beginning all the way through. You know, they could have made it a classic cover all the way through and made it slow, and but they didn't. They sort of followed the song naturally, and it got a bit more pop rockish, and then they went back into the soothing, slow outro at the end. So it was really great, and they do embrace the theatrics, as we saw with My Favorite Things. They don't, you know, just sit there every song and just sing on their stools. But even if they did, I mean, they have great vocals and harmonies. So, but they really are quite interesting to watch as well. They put a lot of passion in, and you can tell from their face, and you can tell from their movements. And again, a flawless performance, nothing I can fault from there. So if you have any more requests for Forestella, I would be happy to look into those. I know they've done, I was told they covered Queen and I think Michael Jackson. I had a comment saying they cover them, but they have their own. No, I'm getting confused now. It was Dimash who covered, I think they both covered Michael Jackson and Queen. I think both Dimash and Forestella have covered them both. So, and I recently reacted to both Dimash and Forestella, so the comments are getting mixed up, but do excuse that. So again, I hope to see some of you in the comments below, and giving your thoughts on this reaction, giving your thoughts on the performance, on Forestella, and any requests that you might have that I might be interested in watching. So thank you, and until next time, goodbye.